This is Matthew Olshaver, and this is my research article video presentation. The title of mine is Sodium Intake Beliefs, Information Sources, and Intended Practices of Endurance Athletes Before and During Exercise. The authors are Alan J. McCubbin, Gregory R. Cox, Ricardo J. S. Costa. The journal was International Journal of Sport Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism. It was made September 26, 2018, and the DOI is right there for anyone that would like to go see the article themselves. The purpose of this study was just to see how much sodium is needed. Not exactly, it's just because it's a very hard thing to do. But sweating causes excretion of electrolyte sodium, which is your major electrolyte, and it's needed in endurance activities. And specific sodium recommendations are lacking for athletes. Health consequences such as EAMC, which is exercise-associated muscle cramps, and EAH, exercise-associated hyponatremia, which is low sodium, I believe is how you say it. And before, during, after, or a combination exercise, like when should these athletes do it, and understand sodium further from the view of ultra-endurance athletes. The method of this was a questionnaire in English. People over 18 years old for ultra-endurance and endurance exercise over 2 miles. Most people that did the questionnaire were people that did triathlons, marathons, Ironmans, crazy stuff. And there's different parts. There's sodium info sources, is how they get their data. Like, did they get it from coaches, friends, like other athletic trainers, with TV, journals, self-experimentation? And their sodium beliefs. Do they believe that athletes should take sodium for endurance activities? Do you think that would help them? Do they think that it benefits the muscle cramps and the low sodium? And this was also on a slider of 0% to 100%, strongly disagree to very agree. All right, then intended practices is, are they aware of this? Are they aware of their intake? And should they, and then are they, do they increase or decrease before or after comp? And are they aware of how much they're taking during comp and any supplements? And the sweat composition testing is, have they done it? What are their results from it? And then statistical analysis of all this information. Results, there's 344 people, 199 males, 145 females, all over the world, mostly Australia and North America. Info sources, most people gain their info from fellow athletes and friends and self-experimentation. No like actual scientific stuff. Less, like half people said that they sometimes went to health professionals or trainers. Sodium beliefs, most endurance athletes agreed that more sodium was good. They also thought that before, during, and after was good too. They also said that replacing sodium after your endurance competition was essential. Most of them agreed that it 75% agreed that it was good for muscle cramps. And there's a little agreement, it's like half and half, if it benefited in like performance, speed, power, and everything else. Intended practices, a little more than most of them were conscious about their sodium intake to an extent. Like that most, like around 75% knew that they were trying to take more sodium 1 to 5 days prior to their competition. During, 80% were known or conscious to taking sodium for actual competition, but only 30% of them knew exact amounts, like the milligrams of what they were taking. In sweat competition tests, only 16 out of the 344 took it. So out of that 16, which is not much relevant data, was 75% thought it was very beneficial, and then it taught them how to increase their performance, like how much salt's in their sweat and how much they could be taking more. Conclusions, limitations, online questionnaire, self-selection bias. People that don't really care about sodium aren't going to take the questionnaire, so it could skew the results that way. Only people that care about it will. And the conclusion is, most athletes believe in sodium. Most of those higher endurance athletes that were questioned all take extra sodium, all take in the fact that they should take extra sodium, and before, during, and after. But most of this information that they got this from was based on non-scientific information, because there's not much out there. And this is for the need that their conclusions, they want more evidence related to guidelines of sodium intake, like exact amounts certain people should take of certain groups, like carbs, fats, and proteins have. But they also say it's hard to do this because for 1 to 3 days before, you need to take up to 3 days before of their urine and sweat, and that can get in the way of these competition athletes training and researchers trying to get in their way. But thank you very much. This is Matthew, and y'all have a great day.